Ascension Activations, number 11, November 2023. A message from the Intergalactic Alliance of Light Beings. From Canadian Psychic Medium, Tracey Milne. Greetings, friends, and welcome to the energies of November 2023, a month that will call upon you to activate and step into your authenticity, integrity, and personal authority in order to counterbalance the chaotic energies still at play as the old matrix continues to crumble. Know that the frequencies of change so natural to Earth at this time will support your abilities to gracefully dance between what has been and what will be, especially in the month of November. However, these energies demand balanced focus on desired outcomes and a willingness to make choices as they appear, instead of allowing procrastination to override the inspiration offered in the cycles of minutes, hours, and days that, over time, form the story of your life on Earth. A story with many plot twists, not always of your own making, where how you choose to respond to change or accept changes as they appear will depend largely on where your center of awareness rests the majority of the time. This ascension you're also actively seeking represents change, but instead of transforming into something you have never been, you are transforming back into your original design, but it is still a change. If there is one thing you can consider a guarantee in this life, it is that conditions are ever-changing, whether the humans involved like it or not. Just like leaves on some trees, the cycle of the seasons create many new dynamics. It is your choice whether you will embrace these changes or resist them. As part of the natural world, humanity is also required to lean into naturally designed and aligned changes. Most people believe you stop growing when you reach adulthood, but you're actually changing all the time. You just might not be aware of it on a day-to-day basis. Just take a moment and look back on this year alone. Many of you will recognize that while you're the same you, you're not the same version of you that you were a year ago, and that is a good thing. These small changes represent your growth over time, but this month, you'll also become more aware of where you have blocked growth, creating stagnation. For those who have been allowing changes and activations to take hold, you have grown wiser, clearer, stronger, more intuitive, and much closer to your authentic self than you have had access to in thousands of years under the old dark timeline. As personal timelines continue to merge and old parts of yourself continue to be remembered and embraced, the fine balance between dwelling in the past or skipping ahead to the future needs to be maintained, as overindulgences in either area hold the potential to cause much personal distraction over the next 30 days. November energies will intensify all emotions and holds the power to change polarity of inner dialogues in just a few heartbeats. This could lead to bouts of short-tempered outbursts or a desire to be alone with your thoughts and feelings without the interference of another's energies or issues bogging down your heart and mind. If you find you're sensitive to energy of certain people already known to be negatively charged, take whatever steps you feel necessary in compassion for all involved to find a safe, judgment-free zone where your defenses can be relaxed, or be prepared to have any feelings of disharmony exaggerated, which could lead to further outbursts. Whether that person is in your life in a personal or professional manner, do what you can to limit contact and clear your energy fields after interactions. Once again, clear boundaries will be needed for long-lasting peace. Keep in mind that other people rarely change what they believe or how they feel just because you want it to be that way. Learn to embrace agreeing to disagree in order to create alternative common ground. Remember, big changes often come disguised as small choices or small changes activated in your now. Embrace that truth in order to produce small changes in the direction of your desired outcome as they present themselves this month. And these internal shifts don't have to be significant to anyone else besides you. You can look for what's wrong and expand on that, or look for what's right and place your focus there. The choice is yours, but the act of experiencing those perspectives is worlds apart. Personality constructs will begin to break down as lower vibrations continue to come up for clearing and release. This will be especially hard on people who operate purely from their constructed selves, including but not limited to narcissists, directors, and dictators, as their old tricks will no longer produce the desired results, reflecting as an identity crisis in those still living under the layers of conditioned or constructed aspects of character. Take note of red flags as they appear from those you are already aware like to operate by their own set of rules, and try not to take things personally if you're on the receiving end of an outburst from someone who is usually calm and pleasant, recognizing it is a shadow aspect coming up for release and healing. Stay aware of your intent when interacting with others, and trust yourself when it comes to taking an inspired action you know came from your heart and not your ego or shadow. You'll also become more keenly aware of your interconnectedness to all things within your realm of experience, including the man and woman or critter sharing the same road, sidewalk, park, checkout line, elevator, movie theater, or store. If they are in your line of vision, the chance of a spark of recognition of commonality will be plentiful, noticeable, and delightful for those with eyes to see. November energies still hold the potential for ascending souls to get trapped in a mind loop of your own making, where your constructed self chronically reviews details of a situation or scenario without finding any kind of resolution or action plan. To counteract this imbalance, simply breathe mindfully as you focus, bringing that confused energy down to your heart, where a heart and soul connection to truth can be realized and a heart and soul connected choice can be made. This can happen in a matter of seconds. Just remember your breathing is key to remaining calm and interconnected. You will also be dealing with new lunar eclipse energies highlighting what is out of balance within your emotional body, including any place where you're hosting non-forgiveness for self or another over a misdeed from your current reality or your past. If you have been putting off some emotional healing for fear of unwanted pain, this month's energy offers you an up-close and personal opportunity to resolve your internal conflicts between your heart and your ego before you create a drama outside of yourself to address and heal. This healing will be connected to a thought-feeling pattern that leaves you feeling lousy to believe, especially if there is self-doubt, self-judgment, self-condemnation present within your internal dialogues. That means any low self-esteem being hosted inside of you is about to get its walking papers. This could be an unpleasant experience if you're someone who has refused to acknowledge or work through your self-esteem issues before now. Remember, when it comes to soul wounds, you've got to name it and claim it before you can heal it. Issues around what is ours to control and what is not, and how to come to terms with our parameters, will also be magnified this month. This is an opportunity for many to gain mastery of a major earth lesson being brought to the surface right now in order to ascend into a higher state of being that includes finding a way to acknowledge your feelings while also being able to honor another's right to choose what they will feel, think, or believe for themselves, even when we don't agree with their choices. This honoring we speak of is not condoning abhorrent behavior or acts you deem unacceptable. It is simply leaving space for them to be them and for you to be you, without either party feeling like they need to change another's heart or mind to move forward. Will you choose to focus on your similarities or differences? choose wisely, for what you focus on will produce results. November's energies will test you, and you'll be faced with determining the importance of what you truly value over what you have been trained to value, until you reach what you feel like is either a merging point or a splitting point. The dynamic energies at play can feel as though you're living in two separate realities simultaneously, which you are on a collective scale. Just think of this part of your ascension as unloading your heavy emotional and mental baggage in exchange for greater clarity, authenticity, and genuine authority of self. This month, you'll also feel in this world, but not always of this world. We call this observer position, which has much to offer you when it comes to gauging your path. Stay aware of the road you wish to travel upon most often, and maintain your inner dialogue through clarity and compassion in order to align with those desired outcomes. This November, the fullness of who you truly are will be urged forward for expression. What you choose to share and with whom will be up to you. Trust the process is happening for you, not to you, and know that there are many in your extended star family sending you support in the form of love, light, and inspired solutions. You have never gone this far before, and you are closer than ever to reaching your next big milestone. Until then, keep up the good work and know we are with you in spirit. Until next time, in the highest light of love and truth, we are the Intergalactic Alliance of Light Beings. Namaste. Presented by WhatComesNextForYou.com, Galactic Guidance, and so much more. Private consultation available through our website, WhatComesNextForYou.com. What's in your future?